I'd like to read this essay I wrote called Masculine and Feminine Archetypes in Cecil B. DeMille's Samson and Delilah. Okay, Cecil B. DeMille has been called the best of the bad directors and the worst of the good directors. Extravaganzas like the Ten Commandments and Samson and Delilah are feasts for the eyes and wonderfully enjoyable, even if they also flaunt an overall cheesiness. His 1949 Samson and Delilah is notable for how, like the familiar biblical tale on which it is based, the movie employs the classic archetypes of masculinity and femininity. For anyone unfamiliar with this Bible story, welcome to our planet. The Hebrew Samson was consecrated to God and given extraordinary strength, providing he never cut his hair. The Philistines enlisted the aid. Oh, and I also mentioned Yahweh was apparently not averse to a hippie look. The Philistines enlisted the aid of the seductive Delilah to discover the secret to his great strength. Samson misled her a few times and then told her the truth. Delilah promptly relayed it to her Philistine superiors, who had him shorn of his lengthy locks and took him captive. They also blinded him. Samson prayed to God for one last return of his superior strength. His wish was granted, and he took down the temple of the Philistines, killing himself at the same time. The story appears to warn men not to let sexual desire, even coupled with affection, overcome their better judgment. Director DeMille cast handsome and beefy Victor Mature in the part of Samson. He picked lovely Hedy Lamarr, often called the most beautiful woman in films, to portray the salty and duplicitous Delilah. In the movie, both Samson and Delilah experience a powerful physical attraction to each other. Delilah is awed by the strength and courage of Samson, and that awe heightens her desire for him. Now, in a scene taken from the Bible, an unarmed Samson fights off and kills a lion, and Hedy Lamarr as Delilah appears enraptured. However, individuals are not archetypes. The scene of Samson defeating the lion in the movie is hopelessly phony, and part of the reason is that it shows a stuntman wrestling with a lion who is obviously not the stuntman is obviously not Victor Mature. Okay, and when we see the close-up shots of Mature, the grimacing, perspiring actor is hugging a stuffed lion. It's pretty obvious. Okay, now Cecil B. DeMille wanted to make a more realistic scene, but Victor Mature would not briefly hug a lion. Okay, period. He was well known for leaving stunts to those who were the stunt people. Now, he thought he could persuade the stunt-shy actor to get close to a lion. Okay, one version says that DeMille got hold of a lion that had been declawed and had its teeth removed, and that Mature still refused to hug it because he said the son of a bitch might gum me to death. Another source says DeMille used an elderly lion named Jackie, and to convince Mature that the lion was not dangerous, he had Hedy Lamarr walk the creature around on a leash. And so he told Mature, Hedy's not afraid of it. Hedy's not afraid of it. Mature just said no. And DeMille threw a hysterical fit on the set, deriding Mature and calling him 100% yellow. Okay, now I've also read that when it was first screened, Mature, saw it with Groucho Marx, and the director asked Marx what he thought of the motion picture, and Marx said, I don't think it works. DeMille asked him why, and he said, because Victor Mature's got bigger knockers than Hedy Lamarr. Well, the director was not amused, but Mature, who had supposedly chuckled when he heard the remark. Anyway, it's a thoroughly enjoyable movie, and part of that enjoyment comes from the way it employs masculine and feminine archetypes, even though the actor and actress actually fell a little bit shy of those archetypes. I hope you liked what you heard and saw, and will subscribe to my channel.